Okay, it is on.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay, got it. Hello everyone. My name is Rendia, and this is Adil Rendia and Andra podcast. Right now I'm the host, and Adil is going to be our guest right now. So let's get into it. What do you want to talk, Adil?
Okay, so today I want to tell you guys a story about my unemployment phase.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And yeah, I guess to be honest, it was a very rough time for me. You know, it is I guess about 4 months or 3 months period, and and I was feeling very at the first week, second, third week, or so on. Yeah, it is still not really hard for me, but like after 2 months, 3 months, it was a very hard time.
I see. Can you explain more about your story of being unemployed or jobless? Yeah, per se. Basically.
Yeah. So um first of all, I'm a computer science fresh graduate, and
Okay.
I graduated like it has been 6 months ago. I was the
Mhm.
first guy in my batch to be graduated because I transferred my credits of course for the university. And
Mhm.
then um at first, actually, uh the first time I got myself graduated, um I actually have been um you know um proposed to many companies. I had proposed many companies at the time,
Okay.
like maybe 7 or 8. I kind of forget. And
Mhm.
I remember at that time that most of them gave me a call, for interview or at least coding test. Like 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 7, I forgot. Yeah, at the time I felt like, okay, so my CV was very strong. My CV is very strong because many companies hired me back, and I felt confident back then. But because I got an offer from my supervisor, my thesis supervisor, which I reject all the interview calls or coding tests. Uh, yeah,
So
like most of them, I rejected it. Uh,
wait. So you have been accepted by the offer of the company
no,
of
not
the
not not
that
not really,
one.
not the offering letter, but only the after you submit your CV, you got an interview, right, or at least a coding test, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I I just ignore them, all the interviews or coding tests. But actually, I
I
remember
see.
I got one interview that I did, and because I don't have any preparation, I guess I failed that interview. But you got the idea. I mean,
Oh.
my CV are
Hmm.
accepted by them, and they call me back. That's what I want to say.
So you feeling confidence in that, right?
Yeah, in my CV.
Um. All right. All right. So so after you rejected, what actually I want to ask this. What you thinking about that rejection? Do you have something in your mind to I mean a plan to your dream job and etc. Maybe?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. But about dream job, I guess I want to become a researcher because it is very interesting, to break through the limit of humanity. And at
Mm,
that time, a supervisor of mine who worked in a distributed system field, he offered me a chance to become a teaching assistant in a distributed system course. And because it is interesting for me to learn distributed system, so I accept it. But at that time, I felt like, because it is my first time having this course, I have no prior knowledge from it, and it is like a specific course, and the material out there are very scarce, uh, and so I think that it would take a lot of my time, and so
mm,
I'm going to focus to learn about distributed system and creating the problems for the the student candidates. That's what I thought back then,
mm,
and because of that, I reject the interview offer from the companies that I propose. That's it.
mm.
So is
Gonna
that the
okay,
work
all right.
in University of Indonesia?
Pardon?
So is it your work in the University of Indonesia or others?
Um, what do you mean by your work in University of Indonesia?
Yeah, I mean, I've ever heard that you have worked in the Pusilkom, right? I mean, like you work for uh,
Um,
Pusat Ilmu Komputer University Indonesia. Is it?
mm,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I think
Um,
what Andra meant is right now, are you still are still jobless or not? And if you have a job now, what kind of job it is? Mm.
oh, okay. So right now, I have a job, but like 3 weeks ago, I don't have a job. I got an
Mm,
offer like 2 weeks ago, and um in that time, I mean like 6 months ago, um I don't propose a job for Pusilkom. I don't ask them for to give me a job,
mhm,
and um uh I just become a teaching assistant in a course, and this course is called massive open course from Universitas Indonesia, and I just joined it. That's what I mean, Andra.
All right. So it happened
okay.
6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I could understand
Mm,
that you were a teaching assistant back then.
Yeah, I was a teaching assistant.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a cool job. I mean,
okay.
All right, thank you, Andra.
Okay. In that time frame of you being unemployed and or basically jobless, what does it feel? What are you feeling when before?
Yeah, like I said before, 2 weeks, 1 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, it doesn't really bad back then, but after that, 1 month, 2 months, there is some kind of social pressure in there. There is some kind, or
Mm,
at least from myself, I have a pressure for myself. Like, I don't want to be unemployed, and I want to work to help other people. And yeah, it is very, very, very. displeasant back then.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I feel
I
you.
see.
yeah,
It
yeah,
would be so excited when you just graduate from
yeah.
your
That's right. That's right. I was
university.
excited, like
Yeah,
when
you
I
don't have
was.
to you don't have to study, and you just have to
Anymore.
settle at home, yeah, for relaxing and other activity you should do in order
Yeah,
to fulfill your excitement. But
yeah,
after it lasts several months without any useful work, you will feel very bad.
but
I feel you.
actually, um yeah, you see, you are right about, I'm excited because I can do something that I really want to do. Unlike in university, like, you have to take this course whatever you like it or not, right? And after you graduated, you have more freedom. But actually you aren't, actually, at least that's what I feel. um I want to do something like learning this, but I don't have the, when I do that, I felt stress, and I thought to myself that I should find a job instead of learning this or learning that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
You are.
so rather than learning something, I just apply to a company in LinkedIn, and and yeah, when you get rejected, it is, um yeah, it felt so bad, actually. And and I tried to find some relief, reliefs, such as, search for other people's story, other unemployment story. um and as you can see, sometimes it made me feel better for because there are more people who have more worse condition. But in the end,
Okay.
yeah, in the end, it is just, yeah, just stress.
Mm.
That's
I
right.
mean, because
That's
when you work in a company or for other people, you will meet someone that could listen to your burden and anything related with your stress, and you can feel that you socialize with other people. Hence, you will feel you are there are people who care you. It will be better off.
yeah, yeah. Actually, uh, you might be right, but uh, at least for me, because I have a job, I know that I can do something that's really matter for someone, and I got an incentive of whatever I'm doing. And yeah, um, well, that's uh,
Or did you have stress because you have no money, or when you have money
Yeah.
you
Uh,
you
yeah.
feel
Is that one
excited?
of the why of you feeling down like that because you have no money
well, to
and
be honest,
this social pressure is comes to that?
well, to be honest, um, I'm quite efficient when it's come to money. I don't really spend money
Okay,
for.
you are.
Yeah, I don't really buy snack from a store. Like, it has been 1 year since I buy one. I forgot. I never buy any snacks.
So you already didn't eat any potato chips instead.
Yeah, no, if my
Uh,
parents or my siblings
you.
buy it, yeah, I eat
So
it.
you are a
But
frugal person.
when it come to, I mean, buying for myself, I don't really buy it. That's what I mean.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
so
Mm,
so
it's
so back
understandable.
again to your question. Okay, the stress is just, money is, like an indicator, whether your salary might be an indicator whether you are doing something good or something bad, whether you are doing something valuable or not. And
Mm.
when you don't generate money, it feels like um you are being useless, you are being a trash in your place. You are not useful, I mean. And that's why, at
Mm.
least, or maybe it is just my mind that tells me that I should be working, I should be doing something, I should be useful for others. And
Mm.
yeah.
So yeah, I could find out you make some hierarchy like the first priority you need to overcome is that the usefulness for yourself
Yeah,
and other people.
yeah, that's right,
And
that's what I
money
mean.
is not really, yeah, it matters, but it's not the top one of your stressful indicators, right? It will become
Uh,
the number two for the indicator. Like, so the first is your usefulness, and the second is money that you may think about it.
Yeah, but to be honest, it is more like my usefulness for the family. And when it comes to family, I
mm.
should find my money for them. I could be useful for
Mm.
others, but if it doesn't generate money, well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't
yeah.
be useful for my family, and therefore I would have stress because of that. Yeah, that's
So
Uh,
if you generated a lot of money, but let's say your work is not really useful, maybe you just spend a lot of time to stand by, like the project that you work is not really much, but you can generate a lot of money. Do you think it matters, or
good question. Good question. So
oh.
let's say I can generate money by my passive income, such as my stock or my um like uh yeah, something like passive money, right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Passive income. And so, because I have more time, I do something like just my hobby. Like, maybe I just want to make I don't know, maybe I want to make um what is it, stupid video, I guess. That's just
That
for
goes
me.
viral.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I haven't felt that. I haven't in that situation, and I don't know what to feel if that's the case. Because I haven't, maybe in my old, in the future when I'm pensioned, I would feel that I have a passive income, maybe, and I would have so much time, so I use my time to do something not really meaningful. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, Andrea, I don't know.
Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think when I have really a lot of money and I could do nothing. Yeah, for example, like you just said, it's true. You have huge numbers of stocks or the property passive income,
Yeah.
and you just sit down and just observe your uh, both stocks and properties generate income. I will I will do going for work because I think the money has worked for me. But now, as I am still poor in terms of money saving, so I need to uh, collect a lot of money and have good relationship with other businessmen.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Alright. So basically, what Andra said is if you have you are financially secure, you're probably going to be retired, yeah, rather than just finding
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
useful.
retired,
you are
retired.
Uh,
definitely true, man.
uh, yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of money and financially secure, you don't have to worry about getting food for the next day or next year. Yeah, you may as well as retired. I mean, there are some people, that are greedy, which basically you want keep having more and more money, but I guess aren't the type of people of like that, right? But back to your Adil's kind of unemployment story. See, so you now have a job, right? So it's kind of how long in this unemployment state? 2 months, 3 months, perhaps.
I guess like
Uh,
I guess it is around 3 months or 4 months, I guess. Yeah, it is.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So you have 3 months of unemployment, and you got well, perhaps before you reach not prepare well enough, and then you got rejected, and now you at the time you unemployed or jobless. Is that the only cause of your unemployment, or is there anything else?
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, um, software engineer is in a hard time right now because
Oh my God. I see the layoffs.
yeah, you know, the interest rate in the Fed America is in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in a high rate, and
Hmm.
um with that in mind, investor aren't going to invest in something risky such as startup. They are using their money for something more less risky, such as obligation or like gold or something like that. I don't know. More less risky. Less risky. So um, startup is in a bad state, and everyone, every startup are laying off their workers,
Employee.
yeah, employees. And so not only the job market are shrinking, but also the rivalry, or what is it, the competition, the for a job is being harder, is harder. And
Hmm.
yeah, saying that, I forgot to mention that I've been rejected by those companies. Like it has been 60 rejection, I guess.
Oh my
uh,
God.
yeah.
It's a
60
lot of
Oh my
rejections.
God.
good numbers.
Yeah, this. And some of them gave me an interview call. Oh, okay, okay, see, so 6 months ago, like in July, um like I said, I applied to some jobs, like seven or five, and the
Hmm.
story goes on. And 2 months later, after my job as a teaching assistant had done, I I go to apply jobs again, and this time it is
Hmm.
different. And because that course that I have mentioned, um,
Hmm.
it was hard. At
Oh,
first,
I
I
see.
applied to 20 companies, and then every one of them reject me. And then I tried to improve my CV. I applied again to 20 companies. Only one gave me an interview, but the company doesn't have
Demand.
my principal doesn't match with their job description. And because of that, I I leave that. I don't continue the, that company's offer. And this time that 40 to 60, uh for each companies, I was like having a custom CV for them. Like for companies A, I try to match my CV for them. For company B, I I customize my CV for that company, and so on.
did the position matter do?
Yeah, of course, a software engineer, backend engineer, even front-end engineer, just applied it. DevOps applied it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you mean position means like a senior engineer or a junior engineer or an intern? Is that what you mean, Andra?
Yeah, I mean like the position I am talking about is like software engineer. You know, maybe you apply it you applied the job with more than one job. Let's say you applied for software engineers, computer engineers, and electrical engineers. So there are three jobs you applied, and as far as I know, it will be harder. But yeah, I didn't really know what you did.
Okay, okay. Have you ever have an experience for this matter, Andra? Like
Well,
applying for?
Sorry. What?
I also
I
what
don't. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean. Is it like the job that the position that doesn't really related to your skill experience, or just particularly applying to a different type of position? Andra, what you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean, yeah, maybe let's say a company is looking
Hmm.
for 3 to 5 jobs that are vacant recently, and you see that
Hmm.
there are 5 jobs, although they are not related or not. So you apply for it.
Oh,
Maybe you can
Oh,
be
so
let's
you
say
mean you applying to not related job?
or
Sorry, let's see what?
QC or
oh,
the engineers for it.
okay,
And because
okay.
of that, what
Let
I've heard from the experts of human resource development, you know, it's not really good when you apply something with more than one positions, as you are not focused on one. So
Oh,
companies will think that you applied it recklessly with no strong determination. So you will get rejected.
Okay, okay. I get it.
oh,
I get it. So okay. Let me show you how I uh search for job, okay? Let
Okay.
all right.
me share my screen.
So
So
they
wait.
in
I
one
have
company.
to let me
Hmm.
show it.
So
Okay.
basically, what Andra mean is in one company, if there are many type of jobs, not don't to the advice is not to apply in all the jobs because it shows that you have a generic background. Yeah.
Yeah, you are
Mm,
absolutely true, man.
Okay.
mm.
So
Okay.
I did it like this, okay? So at first I was like um backend engineer, and then I click enter. After that, I see what is it about, like what kind of company it is, and if I match with it, then I do easy apply. Or
Oh.
for example, if it is this one, I take a look at this. Oh yeah, this is good. So I just easy apply again. And because I am an entry level, of course I do entry level in it. That's how I did it.
Okay, so uh, when it comes the acceptance, you will be followed uh, to be interviewed by the company's HR, right?
Of course.
All right, yeah, I got what you already did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
interesting.
how I did it.
So in your trying to uh work on to get a job, like in this case, you have some many companies that rejected you and your determination to get a job, etc. And you finally have a job, right? So what did you learn? What did you learn about it after? What is the life lesson that you learned
Okay, okay.
in this matter?
Well, to be honest, I it is quite random actually. Finding a job is, I guess, it is macroeconomics. I mean,
Mm,
it depends on the external factor. Well, of course, we could have ourselves learn something to increase our human capital, our experience, and also our connection or so on. But it also depends on the economic situation. Well,
mm,
in this period, it was hard, uh, and um, yeah, I tried my best, and I got many rejections. And what I also learned is that I'm losing job experience back then. As you can see, many companies requires like 1 year of work experience and 3 years for senior engineer and so on, right? And because I don't have any jobs, I'm losing work experience. Well, I could lie, of course, but personally, I felt bad.
Yeah.
And
So it's more like you are lack of the experience that could end up rejection.
yeah, it may also be the cause that I got rejection, that it requires me to have like 1 year of experience, but I don't really have it. But like every job back in here is like it is entry
well,
level.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
it is
kind
entry
of.
level.
Mm, I mean, it's kind of spiral path, right? A spiral path of of doom, right? When
Yeah.
you when you
Yes.
need a job, but it requires experience. But that entry level, that's why you want a job. But that's exactly why you want a job, to gain
Yeah.
experience. So what a weird spiral of doom, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, to be honest. Why would why would that entry job would have need to some kind of working experience when it is entry jobs? uh yeah, I kind of get that, to be honest. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird, and uh I hope they will change, perhaps, to be
Okay.
more
Okay. So you see,
better, I
you
guess.
know about and Answer in Progress YouTube channel, right, Ren?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and they actually discuss about this problem about work experience in applying for a job.
Mm,
And yeah, they gave some reasons like why companies require job experience at least 1 year for entry level. And
mm,
so one of the reason like they want the they want to make sure the people they hire, the employee they hire um, are not lazy. They are diligent.
mm.
They have also they don't want to train. They want them to work directly, not directly,
As soon
instantly,
as possible.
yeah, as soon as possible, and so on. But I
Mm,
also found an interesting fact that actually um, around this time the definition of entry level um, is mis mis you
kind
know
of not applicable, yes.
yeah, I mean it isn't really defined what the word mean. And right now the entry level job is actually internship, and with that internship you will get a job experience, and so you can
Mm.
apply to an entry level job. Yeah,
But
so
But
the entry level
makes
is
difference when it
internship.
comes to salary.
Huh? What?
But
What?
apprenticeship or internship makes difference in terms of salary.
Yeah,
You
so
have no
far no.
salary when it comes to internship, rather than you are at outsourcing at least.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's right. Like
Actually,
internship. What
that's
what is it,
uh,
man?
mhm.
What is it?
Sorry. That's kind of make me realize something.
What did you realize?
I think it's better to get, yeah. So I think it's better if you got in as an internship and after 6 months you try to promote yourself in that company. So if you want to apply in, let's say, some company, you apply it as internship first, and then after 6 months you promote in there because you have their trust, right? uh you being promoted as a full-time company, a full-time employee perhaps. So actually I think that makes sense, to be honest. So that's maybe perhaps why data entry jobs require experience. And if you really want to be the part of that company, you're probably going to have some kind of probation year or probation time before you become a full-time. And that's how why internship uh, is there, is that purpose, I guess.
Or is
Yeah,
that
So
what
yeah,
Randy means is
back.
that you need to apply for internship in the same company, and then after 6 months you have conducted the work as the uh, internship student, you can apply for the real work. Is it
yeah,
what you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That's okay.
yeah. I
In
mean,
the
Actually,
same company, in the
kind
same
of.
company, I mean.
yeah, actually, I also applied for internship. In
Okay.
fact, I applied for internship first before an entry level job. But there are fewer internship job rather than entry level job, and they also, of course, reject me. And
Okay.
it's kind of
Oh
sad,
shit.
even
Okay,
even
sorry.
an
Yeah,
internship
yeah, yeah.
reject
Sorry
me.
about
I
it,
don't
but
get it. Yeah, even internship
Mm.
job rejects me. Like what?
Okay, okay, okay.
How could they reject me? No,
All
no,
right.
not reject
So
me. Just the CV are rejected. The CV was rejected, and it doesn't make sense to me.
all
For
right. So they really require the professionals instead of still unskilled. Actually you are skilled, but it's not. It hasn't been proven.
yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
That's the
Okay, I
difference.
don't want to say that I'm scared. Uh, I
No, no, you are
also
skilled, but as for me, I'm still unskilled for many big companies, because my skills have been proven by the earlier experience. So that's why I need to have a good experience. Like, although the companies I'm working on, it's not really famous or bigger, but at least I have uh, good experience for first, and then I can jump out to the bigger, like the bigger engineering companies or
Entry.
oil companies. Yeah.
okay. I
Mm.
see. I get it. I get it. Yeah,
All right.
uh,
So, but in the end, you got a job, right? So,
yeah.
how did you
Alhamdulillah.
do? What did you do? What did you do for to get a job, getting that job?
Well, actually, at the time, I was very desperate for a job. I don't really care about how much salary that I could get,
Mm-hmm.
and because many companies reject me, and I was not really care actually. Like at least UML is also fine by me. I mean, that's what I want to try to say. And so um yeah, I was like, I surrender with the idea of having a job in a corporate situation. So I was thinking like, okay, so no. Back then I contact many of my connections, like my friend in high school or my friend in
Mm-hmm.
university, um, and I also, of course, ask my supervisor and many connection of mine, and all of them, like not all of them actually. Only one person actually give me like a hope, but still no follow up until now, but okay. But my supervisor was like, okay, Adil, you can apply for Pusilkom UI. And
Mm,
I applied it, and it had been back then it had been like 8 days or 12 days, I forgot. And because there was no response, I thought, okay, I am rejected by Pusilkom UI. So I thought to myself that I will do freelance job. So yeah,
mm,
I learned from YouTube or somewhere. And when I want
mhm,
to focus on it, I got I got an email from Pusilkom UI that they want to have an interview with me. So okay,
mm,
so I accept it. And then because actually, to be honest, I kind of avoid a job that are related to financial, such as bank or tax, or yeah, financial. I kind of avoid it. Um, and so Pusilkom UI, I asked the interviewer, you know, at the end of the interview, uh, um, okay,
mhm,
uh, Mrs. Interviewer, I saw in the Pusilkom UI website that um, you have many past client with financial companies. If I got accepted to this to Pusilkom UI, could I have a job that aren't related to them? And
mhm,
they said like, okay, I'll tell you about that. Okay, so it turns out that they also told me that, okay, so we have from this company, that company, it is about finance, and so many companies from finance. And I thought it is like every consultant companies actually like, yeah, they work really closely with financial companies. Consultant IT companies work closely with financial companies. And
mhm,
so I thought to myself that, oh, okay, because uh, uh, I'm I'm avoiding I am avoiding financial companies. They they must have reject me. But it turns out that I got the second interview, uh, it-
mhm,
and in that interview, the question was, yeah, the job that I could do, and it is more detailed, more yeah,
okay.
because Pusilkom
So,
UI clients was government companies, such as from a city, from kabupaten. What is kabupaten?
Regency or
Regency,
county.
Yeah,
Regency.
regency. And
Hey, but
there,
it happened 2 weeks ago, right? Not 6 months ago. Or
yeah, the interview was happened 2 weeks ago,
all
the
right.
second
So
interview.
what you did in 6 months ago uh is, well, was Fusilcom, but now Fasilcom. Is that true?
What?
So you said that you were accepted for a while in Fusilcom, if I'm not mistaken, 6 months ago.
No, it is not Pusilkom. Um, it is Fasilkom. Pusilkom is Pusat Ilmu Komputer, and Fasilkom is Fakultas Ilmu Komputer. It is two different companies, but they are closely related. That's yeah. In 6 months ago, I joined um Fasilkom UI as a teaching assistant, and right now I'm working at Pusilkom UI as a software engineer or whatever it
All
actually
right.
a software engineer.
So now is Fusilcom, but the past is was Fasilcom.
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah. Got it. Sorry.
Okay, so continuing, yeah, in the second interview, we talk about the job that I could do, and they told me like I could do improve their current product or their like a job that's yeah. What I mean is that we talk about the job that I could do in there, and many of the jobs are rejected by me. And of course, uh, I felt uh, pessimistic after that interview. And but uh, the the next day, I got an offering letter. So yeah, that's what I do.
The offering letter from
Philcom.
uh Fusilcom. So that financial company you got rejected or you rejected?
Um,
They rejected you.
okay, Pusilkom UI asked me
Accept
whether
you.
I could whether I could work in a project that are related to financial companies. Okay,
I see.
and I rejected if they when they asked me that, but
Oh,
I
and
accept it when it doesn't involving financial things. Yeah,
I see. So you got accepted by I mean you get accepted where you don't have to involved in that financial company, right?
right.
Yeah, I mean it close to that. Yeah. So at first you got offered to involve with that financial company at Fusilcom, but after a certain while you don't want to, and then still work there but not as involved for financial that financial company. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's what you mean. Mhm.
yeah, that's right.
All right, good enough. So at this whole experience of being jobless or being unemployed, is there advice for job people out there? For me, perhaps I'm jobless right now, just freelancing here and now.
All
I
right.
mean, it's the pet. Okay, maybe it depends on people, but for people who desperate to get a job, perhaps, since there are people like me who doesn't really have the carefree life, not really looking as desperately for jobs. But what about advice for desperate job seeker?
Okay. I think, um, well, you should try your best to calm yourself,
Calming.
like doing something that will calm you, that will relax you. For me
Mhm.
personally, I was, of course, I prayed to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and then
Okay.
I tried to have a community such as our podcast right now. Yeah, it's
Oh,
make
okay.
me
Mhm.
it's it lower my stress. It lowers the stress of unemployed.
Hmm.
Having a community is very good. But of course, that community should be you know like good, like trying to bring you up, not
Meaningful.
yeah, that's right, meaningful. Yeah,
Oh, so
try to
playing
build.
game does not.
Playing game, I don't know. It depends on the people, but try make sure that those people in the community are trying to bring you up, not bring
Like
you down and stuff.
self-improvement to improve yourself.
Yeah, to improve
So what you
yourself.
mean is that.
Yeah, that's right.
I see.
Does Reddit really help?
Huh? What?
Does Reddit or other
Oh,
community
Reddit.
in online course,
Uh,
It
for
depends.
example, like Reddit
Andra,
or Quora?
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it, to be
All
honest.
right.
but I think it would be better to have a real community where you can at least have a video conference with them. Um, I think it is more better like that,
Real
even though
community.
it is
Okay.
just
Well, you
a
know,
few.
mm,
What?
well, you know, there are some people, and well, we live in Indonesia, right? And then Discord, sorry, they are Reddit Indonesia Discord. You can always talk to them if you want to. Sorry, this is this kind of advertising, but it is not. I used to be in there, and they have some helpful people who I can ask for advice.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's one of the things. Well, I know I get what Adil meant. If it is if the community is meaningful or improving yourself, prove it to relax yourself. I guess it will be good to have some kind of activities to do with them. But if it is not as meaningful or it's just straight up
I'm waiting.
drag you down.
yeah, that's right.
Well, hello, yeah.
Yeah, and
Strike down harmful, yeah, you should not do that.
yeah,
Mm.
and
More.
it is more better if you could meet them in person or have like video conference. It would be more
I see.
better than just chatting. Uh,
Mbak, hati-hati, Mbak.
I Yeah, that's what I think. And also, um, you prayed, you find a community, and I did exercising, such as for me it is jogging. Like when a day was so stressful that I did I do jogging even until now.
Mm.
Back then it was in the evening,
Mm.
and yeah, like you see doing something and you done it, it feels so it will
Mm.
relieve your stress. Yeah,
I
and
agree with you.
yeah,
Exercising has been proved to decrease your stress, to be
yeah,
honest. I do gym, and it kind of makes me far more feeling uplifting mood, I guess.
yeah,
Because
yeah, that's right. To
you
improve our
have
mood.
this sense of accomplishment,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
sense
do
of
exercises.
accomplishment. That's right. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
I think uplift your mood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not to
So
mention when
Yeah, it's
you
kind of like that.
come to a gymnastic, you can have good friends since
Connection,
yeah, that's right.
the connections in
this
gymnastic as well as swimming pool
connection too. I
uh,
always talk to
are
person.
really good
Uh,
since the people who are willing to walk in gymnastic must be you know good men.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You could have a connection
yeah,
in that
true,
particular
true, true.
place. But for me, because I'm just jogging alone, I don't really get any connection. So yeah, it depends on the exercise, or at least in yourself. Okay, so exercising,
Hmm.
and then you have to stop looking at LinkedIn home page. Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
Um.
Why? Yeah, I was asked why.
Okay, LinkedIn, like, uh. So let me share my screen again. Well, for me, I have a plugin in Google Chrome called Newsfeed Eradicator to block the feed in LinkedIn. Well, uh,
No, 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 no. I get it. I get it. Is it to apa,
to
to
avoid,
not feel down when
yeah,
other people got
got a job
accomplishment?
or got accomplishment. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Basically, so you don't want to feel down when others bragging about their
yeah,
accomplishment in LinkedIn.
yeah. LinkedIn is a place where you flex your accomplishment. Okay, and yeah,
True,
some,
that's
some
true.
yeah, some maybe like trying to give useful information, but it is it is legal to show off your accomplishment in here, like you get a new
Yeah, yeah,
job,
yeah.
you successfully do something, and so on. And
I get it.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
do you block Instagram too?
course. Well, you see, in Newsfeed Eradicator, I eradicate every
Oh, you did. Oh,
every
yes, you did.
yeah, I
Oh my
eradicate
God.
everywhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Even YouTube,
Yeah,
I
every
even
news.
eradicated
Hmm.
in here. Yeah,
Uh,
I
I
don't
get
suggest
it. I get
everyone
it.
to do it, but for me, I do this.
Well, I did
Anyway,
some to
yeah,
Any
myself
help?
too, actually.
yeah,
I did
and
block many type of entertainment. Yeah, so go on. Mhm.
yeah, and the next one is, of course, you have to be grateful for your situation. At least for me,
Mhm.
I have, even though my um, I have a brother that would support the financial condition in my family. Therefore, I'm very grateful for him. And
Is it your older brother?
yeah, first older brother. Yeah, he has a
Okay.
job, and so I'm quite grateful from it. And he also gave me some tips. Uh, yeah, that's why you should be grateful for everything you have. Try to be
Yeah. So
grateful.
Hmm.
Try
in
to
other
be
words,
great.
just let your life flow as it naturally goes.
Um, pardon?
Sorry,
Sorry,
I'm
what
I'm
you mean,
still
brother?
I'm still having some food. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
okay, you get it right. I mean, you have to be
I get
grateful
it.
for
I get it.
everything you have.
Yeah. Being grateful, you increase your mood. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I understand.
yeah,
Because like if you skip on like negative talk and clinging on that, you probably going to become a worse person in the future. So keep it
yeah,
in gratefulness and sense of positive talk and optimistic behavior is probably going to be good for your future endeavor, I guess.
yeah.
And
True,
yeah,
true.
Mm, yeah.
did you did you go with your Gulali friends last night?
Yes, I did.
Why didn't you pick me up?
Okay, Andra.
Why look, sorry, that's not for that's out stop. We still in the podcast, and sorry about that.
Yeah, because I think our podcast is
There's live
over and
stream.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
No, no, not
sorry.
yet. We still live streaming. Do you want to show the world?
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay,
okay,
that's for later. I use
okay. Okay.
mhm,
One more. I guess one more advice.
mhm.
The last one is that try to get yourself a source of um, you know like a source of content that make you feel better at least, or make you feel grateful, make you feel grateful, make you feel want to work again, want to make you feel like you have to improve. As for me, I listen to a religious podcast, and yeah, it actually helps me well to manage my stress, and it kind of make me feel it's relieve me, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Sorry.
um
Pardon. What do you mean? You by being grateful or what? Sorry.
yeah, I mean, by listening to
Oh, listening
religious
to.
content, um
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can feel grateful, while you also can feel like you have to try your best, you have to leave everything to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
All
And
right.
yeah, I mean, you get it right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Uh, you know, we have actually another. I think it's kind of cool, I guess. So let me guess this straight first to advice for people who doesn't have a job yet, who actually to people who desperate for getting a job. the first thing you want to do is calm yourself, yeah, and do meaningful activities to maybe to improve yourself, to uplift your mood, perhaps, such as maybe talk to your friend, talk to your community, or get join to a community that's probably going to help you improve yourself. Maybe in the meantime, you could also make a personal connection with other people that would, in fact, improve your not only your communicating skill, but also getting well connection for a job seeker, perhaps, or getting a job, perhaps. And the second one is to do exercise. Well, this is one of the way to calm yourself down, to relax. But exercise tend to have this kind of improve your feelings, your mood, because of maybe it's because of your sense of accomplishment, but exercising improve your health and your mood, basically your physical health and your mental health, basically. The third one is to be grateful for what you have, and yeah, perhaps your family, for your family support and your friends, or any kind, really, to be honest. So by being grateful, you keep your negative thoughts away, which may harm for you and for your future, and let the positive thought inside and try to be optimistic about your future, even though you may now you now don't have a job yet, or try and desperate to get a job, but keeping positive talk may help you in to get better, perhaps. And the third one, and the last one, is to listen religious podcast. Uh, this is kind of, yeah, for your, well, I mean, it's kind of for yourself to improve your mood too, I guess, and having some kind of what is it? Some kind of revelation of also a new idea to be learned. Basically, to improve yourself, you can also listen religious podcasts. I think that's all the advice. Is that true,
Okay,
Adil? Is
and
that all the advice?
also block social media content.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's one of them too. Block social media content. It depends on the people,
Yeah, it
perhaps,
depends
but
on your feed
but
content, on your feed,
on if it,
on
Well,
your
I think
feed.
mm,
it's optional,
And
right? When your level of stress is already on the top of level, yeah, you may block it. But if you are, since you
yeah,
are normal, yeah, I mean it's
yeah, it
not
depends on
mm.
necessary to block
people.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's right.
reason being from blocking your social media app content is to avoid distraction and to keep the negative talks from
Yeah, comparing yourself,
to
yourself.
comparing yourself. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Do you mean avoid?
But keep
Do you mean avoiding people's accomplishment?
Um, it
yeah, that
actually
well depends actually on yourself. If you feel like you are comparing yourself at other people accomplishment, well, perhaps you need to block it. But if you don't feel like it, I mean, if
yeah.
you don't feel like, uh, or maybe if you feel like, oh, a sense of competitiveness, like, oh, I was do better because of him, being accomplished this and that. Or maybe perhaps you don't have to block the social media content.
Yeah, sometimes I
So it depends
compare
on you.
myself to other people who have been successful enough, and I
Hmm?
felt so dumb at the moment.
Now, of course, see, if you feel bad and you think that might be harmful for you, then sure, go for it. Block your social media content. But if it's not, and you feel more good than bad, yeah, don't block it. Perhaps, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Uh,
it's kind of depend on you. Mm.
okay. One more. Actually, Ren, you forgot that. Actually, the first
Hmm?
one is, of course, you have to pray to God. You know,
Oh
you
yeah,
you ask
pray.
for His help. That's it. That's really help. Actually, that's really help. You know, to vent your problem to God.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Well, pray is good one, and uh, do some mindful meditation, perhaps, like
yeah.
also, yeah. So like just maybe if you believe in God, you can always try to connect with Him. whatever religion you have. But yeah, praying and mindfulness and basically self-reflecting to be a
Yeah,
good advice for people who desperate for job. Yeah,
that's it.
I
That's it.
think that's it for our podcast. I mean, the time has already passed. We just waiting for the azan to come. But yeah, I think that's it for us. Okay. See you later, I guess, for our audience. Thank you for listening our podcast. So we'll be seeing you in the next week. See ya.
Okay.
Sorry, is there anything else, Adil and Andra?
No, 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 no. No,
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
have.
Okay. Okay, that's it. All right.
Okay.
That's it for us. Thank you.